Today, we may not have makeup, but you know what we do have? Tea. Cheers. Friends, hello. Welcome back to Amethyst Craftworks. I'm Samantha. And yes, cheers. We've got some tea today. Mmm. Ah, green tea. I'm gonna set it over here. It is very much needed today. Can I angle my mug here so you can see it? Yes, I can. So hello, welcome. Welcome to tea time with Samantha. But also, welcome to, have I done it? What have you done? Turn the echo down. There we go. Hello. Today is a mess, for sure. But hello and welcome. These episodes, these What Have You Done episodes, are my version of a crochet show and tell, where I show off things to you that I have made and finished, and we are going to talk about the yarn, the patterns, the inspiration, all that good stuff, and we're going to drink some green tea. It's gonna be a great time. We kind of have a green a green theme here today. As if we don't always have a green theme here today. Or a green theme every day. There we go. But hello. Welcome. I hope you're doing good today. I hope you've got a nice hot drink yourself as well. It is one of those days. It is cold and dreary, and it kind of snowed in my neck of the woods, so it's kind of that like dirty, gross snow that's just enough to like make everything slushy and nasty when you walk outside, but not enough to be like pretty and lovely and white and winter wonderland, you know? It is what it is, but we are dealing with it today with warm and snugglies and hot drinks. So here's hoping you've got that too. So to address the green and black striped elephant in the room, the first thing that I have to show you today is indeed a sweater. I have made a sweater. Now, I know that one of my last videos was my 2023 goals video, where I talked about how one of my big goals for the year is to make a sweater for myself. And I will admit to you, keep it on the down low. We're gonna spill some behind the scenes secrets here. But I made that one of my goals while knowing that this thing was on my hooks already. But I will also give you some behind the scenes in that this is not my only attempt at a sweater for this year. Not by a long shot. In fact, this was like a good practice round for making a sweater, and I love it. But there are a few things that I don't love, so that's what we're going to talk about here today. So, indeed, I did make a sweater. It is a full-length sweater, like, I can show you. We are long. It is oversized, which is what I was wanting. It is in colors that I will explain a bit more in here in a sec. It is made with a pattern from a channel that I can't for the life of me remember off the top of my head, but I have the link saved for the tutorial, so it'll be linked below. If you are curious in making yourself a garment, a fitted jumper sweater garment like this, that video on making the yoke, so not the big collar, but the yoke itself, so like from maybe here down to where the arms connect, That video was so helpful, so I will link it below. Check it out. It's a great tutorial. But that's what I used for the beginning of the pattern, and then I just kind of winged it. The rest of it is just sort of me doing what felt right, kind of. And for the most part, I will say, I like it. I like it a lot. I would not be wearing it. You would not be seeing it if I didn't like it, okay? So take that for, what it's worth. It is in black, and wintergreen is the green here. These are Pound of Love colors. Pound of Love is one, a very nice, soft yarn. And number two, it was on sale at Joann's fairly recently, maybe in December, maybe even towards Black Friday-ish. It was on sale for $8.50 or something a skein. So I bought 2 of the black and 2 of the green. And I ended up using, even for my big self, for a full-length sweater, I used 1 full black and about maybe a quarter of the second, and then not even a full skein of the green. So yardage-wise, I didn't need as much, obviously, as I thought I was going to. But the black, since I used it for the cuffs, the collar, this big, ridiculous collar, and the bottom has the same sort of ribbing on it. Since I used that, black for that, that's probably why I used way more black than the green. But this sweater is inspired by a glorious gentleman that I have mentioned here on my channel before by the name of Noel Fielding. He is a host on the Great British Bake Off, the Great British Baking Show. In fact, he is currently the only host that we are aware of on Baking Show, because as much as it breaks my heart to say, Matt Lucas left. He announced, it was probably before the end of the year, I think, that he was leaving the show. I loved Matt and Noel together. But, that's sort of a whole other subject. But Noel is my absolute favorite. Let me get that out of the way. And he wears some fabulous jumpers, some fabulous sweaters on there. And this past season, I can even put a picture up over here-ish, where I was looking up the sweaters that he wore for this current season, because he wore a green and black striped sweater that I was like, I need to recreate that for myself, right? His actual sweater is made from mohair, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't have a Noel Fielding kind of budget. So instead of mohair, we went with acrylic. I can afford that. Mohair though, mama don't got the money for that. There is a story here with the green. Obviously you can tell, I picked the wrong shade of green. His sweater is more of an olive green, while mine is very much a teal. It's very much, it is even more teal than my green hair is teal. Even when the green and the blue mix together, it is still much more of a blue-green than a green-green, than an olive-green, than his actual sweater was. The reason I got this specific color of yarn is, I have mentioned before, this black, this purple, and this green are all Pounds of Love. I got them on clearance or Black Friday, something, 2021. So now it's 2 years ago I got those. And I was like, I like this green. It's a nice green. But this is so old that if I buy the same green, it's going to be a different dye lot, it's going to be a different color, it's going to be, this may have faded, and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to pick a whole other green. Even though I like this green here, I'm going to pick a completely different green. So I bought 2 black, which of course I've still got, and 2 of this color, which is wintergreen. And, you know, there was olive green. There were other shades of green on, offer from Pound of Love. But I was like, I like this green. It's a pretty green. I think it'll look cute with black, dark green, dark black stripes. It's my jam. I got them and got them home, got the shipment, opened the box, was like, oh, this green is beautiful. I love it. It's totally a different green. Started working with it, so on and so forth. And then for whatever reason decided to come in here and just check, right? Just peek. And this green is this green. It is the same green. They are, I don't remember off the top of my head if Pound of Love has dye lots. But they are very different colors. They're the same color. They're called wintergreen. Did I say that? I don't know. It's called wintergreen. It's the same family of green, but they are very much different greens. Like you can almost see here, the one on my shelf is much darker. This one's much brighter, much more blue. So, excuse me. I purposely tried to buy a different green and then ended up buying the same frickin' green, which is not the same green. Green tea. Cheers to yarn stupidity, right? It is what it is. I love this sweater. It is very nice and soft. The yardage that you get in those Pounds of Love make it perfect for big projects like sweaters like these. It is oversized, as you can probably tell. I've got all this room here. I was trying to pinch it. You can kind of tell. There's my arm, right? There's all this. I did kind of wing the sleeves in that, not discounted. No, that's not the word. Decreased. I kind of decreased sort of willy-nilly, so I kind of have Batwing-esque sleeves. The collar is a bit weird. It's not quite a turtleneck. It's not quite a big cowl neck. It's just sort of here. You can kind of fold it down, but not really. It doesn't want to stay. And, it's a little wonky in the back. My joins weren't as clean as they probably could have been, which is why they're in the back and not in the front. But I will say, this sweater does tick the box for a sweater that I would wear out and about. I would 100% wear this with a pair of leggings or a pair of skinny jeans or, well, skinny jeans are all I own. So skinny jeans, pair of boots, a hat, and I will say this is so warm and snuggly that I would probably not wear this in the bitter cold. But if it's, in the 40s to 50s with a t-shirt on underneath like I have on today, I've got a t-shirt on here. This is perfectly comfortable. I would be perfectly comfortable outside. And it's a good length. It's a good size. I feel confident in it. I feel comfortable in it. And that was a goal. So while I will probably very likely be making other sweaters, I have other ideas for sweaters. I have other patterns for sweaters that I want to use. For a first try, I ain't mad at it, right? I'm proud of it for the most part. So, sweater, number one thing, it's not a check off for goals for 2023. I still consider the sweater goal open and in progress, but we've got some work on it, and so I'm very pleased with it. So that's the first thing I'm going to show you here today. All right, so the second of 3 things that I'm going to show you here today. The second thing is also something that I didn't mention in my 2023 goals, but is something that I have wanted to make for myself for, again, quite a while. It is a pocket shawl. specifically a hooded pocket shawl. Now, I'm going to show it up to you here, of course. I'm going to show it to you as best I can, but I will very likely also have to insert a picture here somewhere at some point so you can kind of actually get a sense of what it is that I'm showing you, because it is so big that I don't think I'm going to be able to get it like in frame, in a shot here so that you can actually see properly what I've got here. But I've got a hooded, so here's the hood. It's folded forward, but it goes, there's the hood. You can see the hood, right? That's the hood. And then this is the inside. Let's show you the outside of a pocket shawl, right? There we go. So the pocket's down there, and then this is like one side. I do have something that's really embarrassing that I will show you about this shawl. But the other side as well has a similar pocket in the front. This is made with mandala. We'll go with mandala. Mandala, Line brand mandala cakes. In the colorway Harpy, which is by far my favorite colorway of mandala. And I can even show you up here. My light is going to really wash it out. But this, you see my orange fingy there? This color is like a dark olive hunter green. Like not even olive, it's like a jade green, like a really dark, like almost black dark jade green. And then shades of white and gray, and then back to this. This is my favorite part, this right here. The green is just stunning. It is so beautiful. And so, got a caught on my ring. Maybe we'll take the ring off. It is always the danger of wearing spiky jewelry with crochet, is that things get caught. But I think I was saying that green is my absolute favorite part of Mandala Harpy. And so I had like a stockpile of about 6 or 8 cakes of it that I have accumulated, just dropping one in the cart, when I need like an extra $5 for shipping, the drill. And I think I used 4, if I'm remembering right, 4 cakes of mandala to make this. Because again, I am 6 foot tall, and I wanted this to be long enough so that when I have it hanging down and I've got my hands in the pocket, that this is kind of like where my arm naturally rests at my side. So, like mid-thigh. So this is quite long. It's also quite wide. And it's beautiful. I love this yarn so much. Now, I will say the pattern for this shawl, this hooded pocket shawl, is from Jolie Knott's Crochet. She's got patterns, like written patterns, but she also has video tutorials. So I'll link her channel down below. I use the video tutorial because I prefer video tutorials, let's be real. But that's who the pattern is from. It's called the Juliet shawl, or the Juliet pocket shawl. One of those. It's a lovely pattern. Try to hold it up here. Give my light a second here, maybe. Maybe we switch sides. It takes a sec. Kinda. It's puff stitches, filet rows, and then just double crochet rows, and then puff stitches, and so on. It's a lovely pattern. I liked it a lot. I love the construction of it because we've got it all jumbled here. So the hood, that's the hood, right? It attaches to the back, which is still pointed, like a pointed triangle shawl, but with these big, long, straight sides. Again, I'm probably going to have to just insert a picture so you can see what I mean. But it's like a kind of triangle with two long sides to either side. You'll see in the picture, you will see what I mean. But I love the construction of it. I love the shape of it. And I love the yarn. And the only thing that I don't love is that your girl derped real hard while making this. So the pockets on the outside, they are quite big. Maybe it's easier to show you on the other side because I think the other pocket is in the lighter gray. Yeah. So you can see there, that's at the bottom, like this, right? There's big pockets there, but there's also pockets on the other side. See, this one is much more narrow. This one is much wider. Why is there a tiny secret pocket on the inside, you ask? Well, it's because I attached the initial pockets to the wrong side of my garment. It's pretty much the whole reason. And it was sewn in to the point where, like, I sewed it all in. I sewed it in nice and neat. I was very proud of it. Wove in all the ends and then realized, are you kidding me? This is on the wrong side. I have done that in another garment as well. Another one of my cardigans has a secret inside pocket because I put it on the wrong side of my garment. I'm real good for that, even though I meticulously, or at least I thought, pinned this down exactly where I thought it needed to go. And I'm just a derp, what can I say? But now I have, and these are narrow. This is like the size of the pocket, the width of the pocket that's in the tutorial. She stops quite a bit shorter than I did. So I made it longer, but the same width. And so this taught me, this secret inside pocket taught me that I want bigger pockets. So the actual pocket is quite a bit wider, quite a bit taller. It's big enough that I can put my big old mitts in there. And this, on the inside, is big enough that I could drop my phone in there, my keys, my whatever in there. So it was a mistake, but it worked out in the end. And you know what? You can never have too many pockets in a garment. When you own 18 pairs of pants and not a single one of them has a deep enough pocket to fit your phone, 2 sets of pockets ain't a bad deal, right? So that's my pocket shawl. I made it with the intent of wearing it when it was less cold than it is now. Although we had like a stint of like ridiculously cold weather, and then it's sort of been mild since. So this may be appropriate to wear currently, but I really wanted it for like fall, and then didn't get around to it until after Christmas. So maybe this fall, this coming fall, or I may just wear it in winter, current season 2. But that's the next thing. And so the last thing that I'm going to show you, I got to grab something else for. So hold on, I will be right back. All right, so you may remember, because this wasn't that long ago, I showed off some hats that I made. And I talked about how I was making hats specifically to match cowls and scarves and things that I already had. And I made one hat in particular, this one, which I have also worn in some videos here, that is a Oceans Away Beanie by Sandy from Crochet Canada. So I'll link her pattern below as well for this hat. I made it with the Facets yarn from Michaels from Loops and Threads. I love this yarn. I don't think I have ever loved a colorway of yarn more than I love Facets in the colorway Juniper. It's my absolute favorite colorway. So I made this hat because I love that yarn and because I was on a hat making kick, but I never made a scarf to match. I didn't have a scarf or a cowl to match it. I hadn't made one yet. And so, while I was off for Christmas and New Year's and all that, I made myself a scarf. Oh man. This yarn, this is me in a yarn, I tell you what. Oh, don't put the corner, don't dip the corner. Hot tip, don't dip the corner of your beautiful new scarf in your hot tea, okay? Please don't. It's not recommended. It's not on part of the washing instructions for your gorgeous, gorgeous corner-to-corner scarf. So this is a fiber spider tutorial. It is a granny stitch corner to corner, and I thought a corner to corner would sort of show off the beautiful stripy nature of this yarn pretty well, and I have to say I was not wrong. It's beautiful. Gosh, look at that. The purple, the dark purple, and then the like screaming green. Oh, it's stunning. And I love it. And corner to corner, this is the first time I've ever done a corner to corner. I will say it was super easy. It worked up really quick. And again, just to remind you, I am 6 foot tall. And this scarf, oh, don't pull it that way. Also, hot tip, don't strangle yourself with your new fancy scarf, okay? Okay? But you can clearly see it's longer than my wingspan. I mean, I'm gonna like punch Oogie Boogie here or something, but, right, it's bigger. So it's bigger than my wingspan, so it's taller than 6 foot. And this worked up really quickly. It also used 1 and I think it was maybe 1.5 or so skeins of the Juniper yarn with a 6, I think I used a 6mm hook with it. Whatever is recommended on the ball band, which I'm pretty sure is a 6mm. But I love it. I love the corner to corner granny look. I love how fast it works up. I love how easy it was, and I think it does play very well with the colorway of yarn. The diagonal stripes, the way the variegated color of the yarn. I think it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I will tell you that I am warm and snuggly here in my sweater and my hat and my scarf and my light and my heat's on and my hot cup of tea. Which I have been sipping on this whole time. Again, can I turn it so that the cute moons, there we go. So, with all of that said, that's the end of my What Have You Done episode today. We have done some fun things. A scarf, a shawl, and a freaking sweater that I love and also have learned some things with, right? So, the next sweater that I make, I have an idea, a pattern, a yarn, etc., in mind. So the next sweater that you will see will be even better than this one. But I guarantee you I'm going to wear this out and about now. Now that I've shown it off in video, I can. So I'm at least proud of myself for that. I'm proud that I finished it before January. I did start it like New Year's Eve. So I started it even before the new year, but I finished it in like maybe 10 days or so, working madly, that's okay. But I'm very proud of it, and I'm proud of this, and I'm proud of my shawl, and I thank you so much for watching me here today. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good week. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up. And thank you for subscribing today if you haven't already. We did hit 200 subscribers, so thank you. Thank you so much. I am so touched and excited that we have 200 friends here, which, talk about mind-blowing. That's really mind-blowing. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing because I would love to have you join us. We are 200 strong, right? And if nothing else, I just appreciate your time, and I appreciate you spending your time here with me. And until the next time I see ya, take care. Goodbye.